Hey, this is Kevin David Rail, co-founder of My Inferno Body. And today, in this video, I'm going to be going over how to use this apparatus right here called the Slackline. So some of you might have seen some videos of me actually on the Slackline, but I've been getting hit with a lot of questions lately on exactly how to use this apparatus. And let me tell you something, this really raises the game up. This is an advanced tool right here. This improves balance like you won't believe, and it takes balance to start out. So, without any further ado, I'm going to go through and I'm going to walk across it and I'm going to kind of talk you through how to use it. But before I do that, I'm going to give you a little pretext. So when you're using the Slackline, the key is you want to keep it as tight as you possibly can the whole time. So once it starts wiggling like this, you're going to get projected off of it. So you want to be careful of doing that. And in order to not let that happen, the key thing is you want to curl your toes down and like root your toes into the Slackline and push downward as if you're doing like a leg press. And you want to keep your quads really tight, and actually all your muscles in your lower legs very tight, and especially your abs super tight. And you want to have your arms out to your sides like this and be soft in your knees and flexible. And your arms are going to be used as rudders like this, because when you start leaning to one side, you kind of can go like this with your arms, and they act as counterbalances and weights, and you kind of just develop that skill as you go along when you're using the Slackline. And this is a magnificent tool, not only to improve your balance, but also to improve your stability in your legs and your core strength off the charts, and also your ability to focus and concentrate, because you have two options when you're on this. Either you're 100% focused and concentrating on the Slackline, or you're gone. If your mind isn't somewhere else, you're not going to be able to do it, okay? So you got to be very conscious of where your mind is set. So think about the Slackline when you're on it and concentrate on it. Otherwise, you're going to lose it, and we don't want that to happen, okay? What else do I need to tell you about this before we get going? Nice and slow is the ticket. You don't want to try to rush across the Slackline ever. There's no such thing as running across it or going fast. This is slow and steady, and it's about high amount of focus and tension in the body for a slow, steady motion going across, okay? Now, I'm gonna go back there, I'm gonna start walking across the Slackline, and I'll talk through as I'm going along, and hopefully I won't fall myself. And if I do, I'm just gonna hop right back up. We're gonna keep on going, all right? So let's do it. Okay, I'm at the other side of the Slackline right now, and I have these stairs set up for easy access. You don't always have to do this. You could always start in the middle of the Slackline too. I'll show you how to do that in a second. But first of all, you wanna come on up, and then you wanna press down, curl your toes, like I said. And then the key thing is you wanna look straight ahead, about 5 to 6 feet in front of you. You don't wanna look right down at your toes. When you do that, you're gonna throw your balance off and you're gonna get projected, and we don't want that to happen. So look straight ahead, about 5 to 6 feet, bend your knees slightly, breathe normally, don't hold your breath, and then we're just gonna start stepping. So here we go. So notice how my knees are slightly bent, and I'm taking slow steps forward. And I'm trying to keep the Slackline as steady as I possibly can. My knees are slightly bent, my abs are tight, my arms are out to the sides, and I'm making my way across slowly and deliberately. And you don't wanna get nervous, just breathe. And speaking of breathing, this thing burns a lot of calories. I'm working hard right now, especially to talk and walk at the same time on the Slackline. So see how I'm trying to steady it, and I'm not allowing it to swoop side to side? That is the biggest key element with slacklining in the world. And now I'm coming up this other side, I'm going uphill all of a sudden because it sags in the middle. I'm gonna turn right around, I'm gonna keep on going back, I'm gonna keep talking. So here we go. Watch my knee bend, my foot is grounding into the Slackline, my arms are out to the sides. I'm keeping my core really tight, especially my rectus abdominis in the front. Keep my arms at the sides to act as rudders. And I'm keeping every time I have one foot on the Slackline right there, I have a massive contraction going on with my calves and my quads and my lower body too. So you have all these wonderful things happening. And I'm almost all the way across. Once you get closer to the end, it gets a little bit easier because the line gets a little bit tighter. Whoop, I almost fell. I just concentrated. I'm still going strong. And I got about 3 steps to go. I'm on to the other side. Now, I'm gonna start in the middle, so you can also start right here. So here, it's altogether different. So you're gonna press down on the Slackline, and you're gonna establish your balance, and then you're gonna start walking. There's no wrong way, really. In fact, most people, if you see them at parks and stuff, usually start in the middle like this because they don't have access to stairs and different fancy things like I do right here. And then you just work your way up, you turn around and you go the other way. Okay, so there you go. That is your tutorial on the Slackline. This is Kevin David Rail, co-founder of My Inferno Body. Go out and have some fun with this thing. Start out nice and slow and gradual, and over time you're gonna be walking back and forth like a champ, and your balance is gonna be through the roof. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to hit me up. Until next time.